Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks. This is episode 34 of our Interplanetary Voyage, and in previous episode, this is just a recap, we have successfully landed our rescue lander on the surface of Duna, which was piloted by Hal Kerman. It's a warp ship that came from the Kerbal refueling station right to Duna and landed. So, the mission, of course, is to rescue Chuck, Ykrit and Wilhuff Tarkin, which are conveniently bunched up in this small dinky lander. And this lander had to perform a suborbital hop to actually save Chuck from the deathly clutches of Duna when his rover tipped off. So, without further ado, let me just put some chutes here and retract the solar panels, and then we will be performing a suborbital hop, or, well, hardly a suborbital hop, a small, just in-atmosphere hop, where we will be going to get us a little bit closer to the rescue lander. Then we will be hopefully transferring Wilhuff Tarkin, Ykrit and Chuck onto the rescue lander, and then in the ideal case take off and get them on the Duna Orbital 1 station until we figure out what to do next. Alright, we have a total of 1100 Delta V. I mean, it's hardly enough to get you anywhere. So, okay, let's just pop up the chutes. Hit the decelerator. Ooh, boy. Ow, ow. Come on, turn, face correctly, damn you. And I tipped over. Ah, well, you know what they say. Any landing you can walk away from. Right. Okay, let's get you out, buddy. Okay. So, looking towards the rescue lander. So it's a good thing that we have crashed this small lander rather than our rescue lander. And I'm pretty sure that this guy, who I don't know if it's Ykrit, Wilhuff Tarkin, or is marveling at the moment at the wonder of, wow, what is this lander? It looks really, really advanced. He obviously, or she only saw blueprints. Yeah, that was Chuck. He only saw blueprints for this craft at the time when he was leaving for Duna, because it was a long, long time ago. Couple of years passed until they were actually sent for a rescue. I think, well, not a couple of years, I think it was 1 year ago. So yes. Okay, and then we have Ykrit and Wilhuff Tarkin, and let's just take a small screenshot as a memento of this glorious occasion where we have successfully landed, or where our kerbals are getting rescued, simply put. Right, now we will have to transfer 2 kerbals, and actually, I mean, since we have only 2 spaces in the pod, one of them will have to go to the cryopod, so, but we will not be freezing them just yet. So, ladder, and off you go. We will see who will be the lucky contestant that goes to the cryopod. Let's board. Perfect. That's one taken care of. And let me just sift through the rest of the debris until we find our kerbals. Right. Come on. Run. Run as your legs will carry you. You have to admit, it's kind of hard to run with these astronaut suits strapped on, or Kerbonaut suits strapped on. Hi. How are you doing? Enjoying the view? Yeah, well, you know what? I have been enjoying the view for far too long. I'm getting the hell out of here. Oh, and it says armed. Is it dangerous? Okay, right. Let's board the damn thing. Right, and now we are on to our last Kerbal, and since I do know that there is no places available in the command pod, it's time that we actually do some fun flying. We have enough monoprop, and you, Sunny, are going right into the cryo chamber. Come on, and board. Ooh. Oh, and I have no idea how did you actually manage to take off your helmet in such a tiny cryopod, but okay, I'll play along. Right, the next thing to happen is we have to align ourselves with the Duna Orbital 1. So we are waiting for it to pass overhead, or not to pass, but at least to show up on the horizon before we start burning and getting ourselves aligned to, meet it. Okay, that looks good enough to me. I think it is time that we start making the launch preparations, which means let's toggle the ladders and get off. Okay, we are taking at 90 degrees towards the horizon. Beautiful view of Duna. And yes, Halri, take them away. Take them to the Duna Orbital 1. Ikrit's head is spinning as basically he checks out and says, oh boy, we have been here for far too long. Wilhaf Tarkin just doesn't give a damn. He is happy to finally get away from Duna and go to the Duna Orbital Station, so he will be enjoying the view from the Duna Orbital Station for a while. And as you can see, this small, lander is actually quite nice. It flies quite nice. It has high delta V, 2.4 thousand delta V, which is actually more than enough to get us in the orbit and dock to the space station. Alright. We have our apoapsis almost out of the atmosphere. We have our apoapsis out of the atmosphere. Okay, apoapsis at 67, 70, but we are actually burning directly for the Duna Orbital 1, so yes. Okay, 100. Right, let's see where does that put us. Okay, and let's see if we can secure a rendezvous at some point, or not. We are slightly inclined, but yeah, we'll fix that a little bit later on. I think I have actually missed the rendezvous. I basically took off a little bit too early, jumped the gun, but okay. Still, I think we will be able to actually do something about it, so yeah, no worries there. Fortunately enough, Duna is not Kerbal, so we have, each meter per second of delta V is worth more here. Come to think of it, sounds like a promotion, Buy 1 meter per second, get 1 free. $231 meters per second to burn. And let's do it. Almost there. And oops. What's wrong with me? I always overcook my burns with this lander. Oh well. Okay, never mind. Let's fix the ascending node. We want us to be matching. So roughly 30-ish meters per second. And then we have a big gap in terms of where do we meet, but our orbital velocities will be roughly similar, so yes. Okay, coming up on the maneuver node burn. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and kick it. Okay. That should put us roughly in the same plane as the station. And now let us burn at the or apoapsis actually, and let's see if we can actually align these two. So I'll just move us a couple of orbits, and somewhere along here, can I just now slightly adjust to get a nice match? Oh, I had it just there. Come on, I had it. Oh, and I really, really hate fiddling with these maneuver nodes. Come on. Give me a good enough encounter. Well, yeah, almost there. Come on, a little bit more. And yeah, bingo! There we go. Okay, so we have a total of 2 days, 4 hours until our next burn. And that burn will roughly take, I don't know, 8.9 meters per second, which is completely minuscule. So, and that's gonna happen in 2 days, 3 hours and 40 minutes. Okay, I decided to actually skip the boring orbital laps around Duna, which took a better part of, or basically skipping to another craft, and I am coming as close as possible on our maneuver node, which is now in 2 minutes. Using the beautiful magic of, well, not time acceleration, but video editing. Okay, 8.8 meters per second, and that's supposed to be happening in 3 minutes. And then we will be performing the rendezvous dance followed by the docking dance to the station. Oh, there's our station. So we only have to burn 8 meters per second to catch up with it. Okay. Apparently, like always, I overcook it. I believe there's a curse attached to this lander. Thou shalt always overcook your burns. Okay, I've tried to minimize the split. Let's just put a close warning of 2 minutes. And then let's take another lap around Duna, because on the next orbit we will be docking. By the way, guys, I saw some of you commenters are saying you're not really keen to docking. Well, guys, to be honest, neither was I. But using this Navy Fish docking alignment indicator changed the whole game for me, to be honest. Still, you can do it using the nav ball, as Scott, Manley, and some other guys have demonstrated. For me, this is more intuitive and simpler, and I just don't see the reason to make my life more miserable, rather than just, this way I enjoy doing the docking. Hopefully you enjoy watching the docking as it goes nice and smooth, rather than me just trying to play, catch with the station. Opening the docking port, and now doing the standard rendezvous dance. We are 10 meters per second relative to the target, and I'm cycling through the port trying to find a suitable one to dock to. I'm thinking that when it comes to Duna Orbital, I will be docking not on the space dock where the SSTOs are, but I'll either dock up or I'll dock in the middle. I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking to go mostly up, but we'll see. (1,000 meters and decreasing. Right now my focus is just to make sure that I'm heading directly towards the station. That's kind of my focus at the moment. 700, and it's coming awfully bigger. Okay, let's take a nice screenshot. You would think that I actually just blinked here, but since this is a 2 times or actually 5 times recording speed, because otherwise you would see a little bit frame rate issues and jerkiness, because I was recording this at 7 frames per second, so played at 4 or 5 times acceleration, yeah. Then you get a nice smooth frame rate, hopefully. Okay, 100 meters away, and yeah, actually this stop docking port doesn't look too shabby. I might be actually docking there. I was trying to figure out between that one and the one just above the habitation ring. There's also a set of docking ports there. Okay, just making sure that we are aligned with the docking port. Screenshot. Oh, this would be a beautiful screenshot. I actually might use it for the episode. Right. Using our RCS. Roughly 70 meters. Okay, so I figured how it would look if I went down this one, but then again I quickly changed my mind and figured I would prefer to dock at the top. 30 meters as we approach. Alright, come on. Easy does it. Easy does it. 1 meter and we're docked, ladies and gentlemen. Our kerbals have officially been successfully rescued. Amazing. Let's just turn the ambient light adjustment off. Take a couple of nice screenies. Hell yeah. Isn't this beautiful? By the way, guys, this Duna Orbital 1 is so far my favorite station. I have a couple of stations, but this one is actually by far the most advanced and I'm most proud of it. or at least what it has become so far. Okay, moving on. I just want to announce before closing the episode that we have 3 new kerbals. We have Alessandro Kerman, which is an Italian engineer. Then we have Dixon Kerman, a scientist. And also we have Andris Kerman, whom I have assigned to be a pilot. So guys, welcome to the roster, and I will be flying you in some of my future episodes. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Like if you like, hit subscribe for more KSP content that's coming soon, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks, signing off.